In Bulletproof Your Body and Your Business, I'm going to be talking about writing programs to bulletproof your clients. Compound lifts, the big ones, they are useful. There's no doubt about it. You can get a lot done in not much time. So here's that whole thing where people are saying, do we need to do isolation exercises? My simple answer would be yes, and I'll be going to that in a lot of detail. Here's why. Because if you just use the big lifts, you're going to have strength gaps. What do I mean by strength gaps? Let's have a look around the hips for a start. So if I do a hinge pattern like a deadlift, so if you notice, here's me doing a deadlift or an RDL type movement here, what happens is my glutes get trained at a length and range. But what happens though is all of those hip hinge movements train the glutes in a length and range. But what about strength throughout the range? Because if we want our clients to be strong throughout the range, which I'm telling you now we do, we need to make sure that they're strong not only in the length and range, but also in the shortened range. And if you think about walking, most walking and running, that is done in a neutral or in an inner range. So if you're just using hip hinge patterns to train a hip hinge or hip extensors, you're going to be left short. So we need exercises that train that inner range. So hip thrust is an obvious one, but I'm going to be taking you through some options about how we can fill in these strength gaps and make sure our programs get us strong throughout the range and create people who are bulletproof.